Noses. Noses are an absolute disaster. They run, they bleed, they get blocked, they sneeze, they need blowing and cleaning, and often need picking, usually at traffic lights. And hair grows out the bottom. Bloody hair, again. Isn't it about time someone designed a decent nostril hair trimmer? Noses stick out like a bowsprit and draw attention to themselves. Our brains have to trick us into pretending our noses are invisible so they don't annoy us by being right there front and centre every time we open our eyes. When some belligerent dickhead decides someone else needs hitting, he'll often go right for the schnoz, because it's sitting there like a target, just asking for it. And a whack on the beak is seriously bloody painful. And bloody. You often have to throw away the shirt you're wearing if you cop one on the nozzle, or even if you don't. Sometimes noses start bleeding for no reason at all. Noses are a big factor in determining whether somebody's attractive or ugly. If they're a bit crooked or in any way asymmetrical, it's game over. Too long or too short, ugly. Turned up so you can see right into the nostrils, not good. Of all the slang terms for noses, schnozzer, beak, hooter, nozzle, honker, snotlocker, snout, none are complimentary because a nice nose draws no comment. Only when imperfect do they warrant describing. A good strong nose is not a compliment. It just means big. Charles Darwin almost didn't join the crew of HMS Beagle for his famous voyage of discovery after being initially rejected by Captain Fitzroy, who believed the shape of Darwin's nose indicated that he would not possess sufficient energy and determination for the voyage. Prior to the inspired invention of injecting cement into inadequately sized buttocks, the nose was far and away the most common sight on the human body for a vanity operation. A big hooter, without a big ego to support it, can become a source of embarrassment for the bearer. If you're feeling unwell through having caught a cold or similar, liquid snot can stream non-stop for days and won't cease until you've sandpapered all the skin off the end of your beak, adding indignity to injury. Stupid design. Why doesn't the snot run down the back way instead, straight down your throat, leaving the nostrils clear for breathing, which is theoretically what they're designed for? This would be the only useful reason to have the multifunction throat design, which is otherwise stupid. More on that in the throat section. But why have snot at all? And what's the point of sneezing? We know what causes it: allergies, particles touching the bloody nostril hairs, sunlight, temperature change, etc. But why? What good does it do to sneeze? Sneezes are great for spreading diseases, but that's hardly a positive design feature. And why do they occur so often whilst eating muesli, arguably the worst and most productive of all sneezes? Muesli does not sit comfortably in either nostril. Delete sneezing from the repertoire along with snot production. A simple upgrade. From a creator's perspective, noses would be easy to improve if they had the sole function of breathing, were not subject to ailment-related blockages or streaming, and were not connected to the eating hole or tubes. They'd be very much better. Noses. 1 out of 10.